everybody, welcome to Impact Pilates YouTube channel. My name is Amanda. I'm excited to be bringing you another full-length, full-body workout today. So you will notice in today's workout that there are some themes really working on rotation through the rib cage, also through the hip joint, but it is full body, so we will be kind of working through all ranges of motion, side, back, front, working through the entire body, but you will just notice some themes as we're going of spiraling through the rib cage, through the spine, and also mobilizing through the hip, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started on your side. We're going to be lying on your side, having both knees bent, so we have a nice 90-degree angle at the knee and hip. Bottom elbow can be bent, supporting the neck, and then we're making sure that we just have the pelvis and the rib cage stacked right on top of each other, and we have a nice little lift between the bottom oblique and the mat. Okay, we have that top arm reaching forward. We're just going to start with some easy mobilization, so we're just going to protract through the shoulder, and as you protract, as you feel the shoulder come away from the spine, just start to gently reach that arm forward and allow that rib cage to naturally follow suit and kind of rotate forward. And then as you retract through the shoulder, you just find yourself back in that neutral stacked position. And again, we protract on that inhale, exhale, we come back to that neutral stacked position. Again, inhale, we protract, exhale, we retract. One more time, we inhale, protract. We exhale, retract. Now from here, we're going to inhale, we protract forward. And then we're going to keep swooping the arm all the way up. And then rotate back, moving from the rib cage. And then to come back through, you're going to bend the elbow so the hand comes to the front of the chest. And then we're just going to push it right back forward. We swing it up and rotate back, opening up through that chest. And then we're going to bend the elbow, we push right back forward. We're doing that 2 more times. We lift and spiral back, opening through the chest. We bend the elbow, push back forward 1 more time. We lift, spiraling back. We bend and push forward, then we bring the arm right up towards the ceiling. And then we're just going to find a sense of stability here as we move from the hip. Now that top leg, we lift and open out. And then we close down, just going into that side clamshell. We open and close, keeping the arm reaching straight up. Although if you want kind of tactile feedback, you can bring that hand right to the top of your pelvis, so you can feel that you're staying stabilized through the pelvis and just mobilizing right below the hand at your hip. This is 4, so either option is good. This is 3. We have 2 more. 2. Last one, we're going to keep the leg up. And now from here, we're going to push the leg out to the side, and as you push out, you're going to rotate from the hip so the knee and toe face forward. And then as you bend, you're going to turn back out like you just finished that clamshell. We push out, just introducing some rotation through the hip. Turn out and bend in. Exhale, we press, rotate forward, and turn out and bend in. Press out. Good, in, pull in. 4 more here. This is 4. And pull in. Good, exhale, find that long line, head to heel. We have 2 more here. This is 2. Last one, we're going to push it out, and then we're just holding it right here. Now just from that hip joint, we're turning out, and then we turn in. So we externally rotate, internally rotate, making sure that hip isn't lifting or lowering. It's staying on the same line. Just feeling the movement through that ball and socket joint. Range of motion is different for everybody, so only go where it feels right for you and where you can maintain stability through the rest of the body. Okay, 4. 4. This is 3. 3. This is 2. 2. This is 1. 1. Reaching long. Bend that knee, come in. And then we're going to come up to your forearm. Knee is bent, or knees are bent, should I say. Arm is going to reach up overhead. So we have just a nice long line through the waist side. From here, focusing back on that rib cage again, this time though we're going to rotate forward. So I'm rotating so my rib cage and chest is facing the mat. And then I'm just rotating right back to the side. It's an exhale, and as I rotate, I'm almost thinking of lifting up and reaching long, like I'm reaching beyond the mat with the crown of my head. And then I move back to the side. I exhale, rotate. Inhale, come back. Exhale, spiral. Inhale, come back. 3 more. 3. And back. Keep pushing up away from the mat and back. This is 1. Now I'm going to keep that rotation forward. I'm taking my top leg. I'm reaching it out. So again, I have opposition and a sense of length from my fingers to my toe. And now just from my hip again, that top leg lifts and lowers. Up and down. I'm keeping that lift between, again, that bottom oblique and the mat. I'm still feeling that gentle vertical lift through the lower pelvic floor. This is 6. 5. Good. 4. 3. Beautiful. 2. Last one. Now hold it here. Just little lifts up for 6. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. You're going to bend that knee. We're going to come up so we're in a mermaid sitting position. In a perfect world, both hips would be down, but it's okay if there's just a little lift between that back, so your left glute in the mat. If you also want to prop yourself up on a book or a block, you could do that here as well. Arms are going to be straight up to the side. Working through the obliques in a side-to-side pattern. We're just going to lean. Kind of think like I'm a little teapot. Like we're going to tip out to the side. My fingertips tap the mat. And I'm using my obliques to pull myself back up nice and tall. I inhale, I think of reaching out, just moving from the ribs. My pelvis is staying relatively stable. And then I stack that spine back up nice and tall. I reach out, keeping energy through the fingers. And I lift up nice and tall. 2 more. In. Good. Exhale, lift. 1 more time. Reach. And float up. I'm going to swing the legs around. We're going to repeat this on the other side. So we start all the way down. We'll start with that nice stretch on this side as well. So again, I have that 90 degree angle. Bend at the knee and hip. I'm down on my side, arm is reaching forward. Just start with that protraction and retraction. So I protract through the shoulder. I allow my rib cage to start to rotate forward. And then on the exhale, I start to pull my shoulder back. And I bring my rib cage back into that stacked position in line with the pelvis. I inhale, protract and reach. Exhale, move back to neutral. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale, back. After this one, we're going to go into that full rotation. We inhale, exhale back. From here, we inhale, protract forward. We reach, then keep swooping the arm up and rotate back. Bend the elbow and push straight through. Again, lift up, spiraling all the way back. Bend the elbow and push through. Good, 2 more. Lift, rotate back, bend and push. Last one, lift and back. Good, bend and press. We bring that arm all the way up. We're holding it here. That top leg now on the exhale. We lift and open and lower down. Open and down, making sure we have length still through the crown of the head. Still have that little lift between the oblique and the mat. Remember, if the hand wants to come to the pelvis for tactile feedback, that's fine. We can lift here or here. If you're feeling unstable, hand can also come right in front of that belly. This is 4. Just making sure that we're really working through the outer hip. Good. This is 2. This is 1. Introducing that movement now from the hip. We push out. We rotate into parallel, knee and toe face straight ahead. We turn out and pull it back in. Press out, rotate in. Bend, turn out. Push, rotate in. Bend out, push, rotate in, bend, turn out. 4 more, 4. Good, this is 3. 2 more, push out 2. Beautiful, last one, hold it right here, just from the hip. Turn out, turn in. Keep that body nice and long and in. Still feeling lifted and connected through the waist. Out, in, last 4, 4. In, try to reach through that heel of the foot. Keep that quad pulling up. 2. In, good. 1. In, bending that knee. Let's bring the body up. So we're on that forearm, staying lifted through the waist, arm reaching overhead. From here, on that exhale, we spiral forward now. Just find that length. Think from tail all the way up through the crown of the head. And then we rotate back to the side. Exhale, rotate forward. Inhale, moving back. Good, exhale, reach, keeping that chin pull in. So we have the head really following and staying in line with the spine, right? We know that the cervical spine, so the neck, is an extension of your thoracic spine, the upper back. So we want the head to follow that line, not sink below the shoulders. This is 2, and back, last 1. Reaching out, and we're gonna hold it right here. That top leg reaches out to the side. We lift from the hip, we lift, and lower. Good, up, and down. Still just moving from the hip, keeping that pelvis stable. Still lifting through the belly, through the oblique. 4. This is 3. Good, this is 2. This is 1, hold it here. 6 little lifts up. We go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that knee coming in. We're up to that mermaid position. Arms open wide to the side. Again, from the obliques, from that rib cage, we tip out to the side. Try to tap the fingers to the mat. And then think stacking right back up nice and tall. That's it. Think lifting up first, then out. And then think from the bottom of the spine to top, we stack up. Reaching long. Good. Out. Lifting up. 2 more. 2. Exhale, lift. Good, last one. Up and out. And stacking back up. Hands come down. We're going to come up to all fours. So we have the knees underneath the hips. The elbows are extended underneath the shoulders. We just have a nice sense of length here through the spine. Belly button is lifted. Rib cage is wrapped, so we feel like that flattening and sinking of the abdominal wall coming away from the mat. Stabilize through the shoulders. Let's just go into a cat stretch here. So we're taking an inhale through the nose. On the exhale, let's start to tuck the tail, rounding all the way up through the spine. Allowing that head to drop again, following the line of the upper back. We're going to stay here and take a big inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to release from tail to head. We're going through this long neutral position into that supported extension. So gently lifting the chest forward. Let's do this one more time. Let's just tuck the tail, getting that nice flexion through the back, getting comfortable in this position. Take an inhale to stay. And then on that exhale, releasing out, going through this long neutral into supported extension. And now we're just going to come to that long neutral line. Connecting through the obliques to prevent any shift or movement through the torso. We're going to bring that right or that left arm to start out to the side. So we just reach out. Watch that nothing change through the spine. And then bring that hand right back down underneath your shoulders. Then that right arm reaches straight out. So we're open through the chest. I want you to feel that sense of width through the back. And then bring that hand right down. Left side, exhale, open out. Watch that nothing changes through the head. And then bring it right back. Right side, exhale, open out. Inhale, pull back in. Left side, we exhale, open out. But this time we're going to inhale and stay. And now on the exhale, flip so the palm faces back. And we press that hand back to the hip. Inhale, open back out to the side. Exhale, press back. Inhale out. Exhale, press. Inhale out. This is 3. Inhale out. 2 more. Press for 2. Good. Open out. Last one. 1. Open out. Hand comes down. Same thing on the right. We reach it out to the side. We inhale, stay, connect. Then on the exhale, we push back. Inhale, open out. Exhale, push. Create your own resistance. Inhale, open out. Exhale, press back. Belly still lifted. 3 more. 3. Good. Out. This is 2. And out. Last one. We push. And open. Hand comes underneath. Go ahead, tuck that tail. Push back, rounding through the spine. Just getting that nice sense of reach through the arms. Belly button is pulling out. And then we're going to roll back through the spine. we're gonna bring your knees all the way together so we have a nice connection through the inner thighs. And we're gonna come all the way down now into your forearms. We're again stabilized through the shoulder, feeling that belly pull up. And then we're gonna take that left heel and just think of pulling the heel of your foot up towards your glute, getting a little connection through the hamstring. And now just from the hip joint, you're gonna float that knee off the mat. So you're extending through the hip, right? Opening up through the front. And then we're just tapping that knee back in and down. It's an exhale, just moving from the hip. Inhale, pulling back down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Good. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. 4 more here. 4. And in. Lift 3. And in. Good. 2 more. 2. In. This time we lift for 1. Now hold it here, going back to that rotation. We're turning out at the hip and then turning back in. We turn out, so my knee faces away from my body. I turn in, my knee faces in, but the whole shape follows. And pull in. Keep the hip in extension so it's staying nice and lifted. Work through that outer hip. In. Good, out. Beautiful, pull in. This is 2. In. 1. Coming in. Pull that knee all the way in. Try to get that seamless transfer, pulling that right heel up. And then exhale, extending from that right hip. And tap the knee. That's it. Belly still pulling up. And in. Exhale. Use that breath. Lift. That's it. Lower. 4. Connecting through the entire body. 3. Thinking about the alignment of the rib cage. Where is my head in relation to my spine? Last 1, I'm holding it right here from the hip now. I'm turning out and in. Turning out and in. Exhale. Inhale. Good. Out. Pull in. This is 4. Good. 3. We have 2 more. Out from the hip, back in. Last 1. Good, pull in. That knee comes in. Straighten those elbows. Round the spine, push back. We just have another little shell stretch here. Let's stay for a big inhale, really breathing into that lower back. And then on the exhale, go ahead and stack the spine all the way up. Good. Then just kind of let the body just kind of rock, or just kind of rotate and almost like swing side to side. It's a lot of shoulder work, kind of just letting the arms kind of swing and just sway side to side. It's kind of loosening the body up for a minute. Then we're going to come into some work prone on our stomach. So we're coming all the way down. And we're going to start with our inner thighs connected, okay? If you feel too much pulling through the lower back, you can certainly separate the legs so their sits bones width apart. But if you can, think of keeping those inner thighs squeezed together. Nose is going to be just hovering off the mat. Arms are reaching back in line with your hips, but let those shoulders be rounded forward. So the shoulders are relaxed. Glutes are toned to help stabilize and support the back of the pelvis, and we feel that lift through the front of the abdominals. From here, on the inhale, we're gonna roll the shoulders back and lift the hands. On the exhale, we reach towards the ankles, bringing that body up to a long, low hover. If anything, think of lifting your abdominals more than chest. Because again, it's a hover off the mat, not extension, okay? So think of just skimming the mat, lifting the abdominals, and then returning back down, nose hovers, shoulders round forward. We inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the hands. Exhale, reach and come up, thinking of almost making a long dart-like position. And we're gonna see this position again in our next exercise. So then we return back down, rounding those shoulders back over. 2 more. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the hands. Exhale, reach and come up to that long, low hover. Abdominals pulling up, fingers reaching back. That's it. We return back down, rounding those shoulders. Last one. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the hands. Exhale, reach, come up to that long, low hover. Abdominals pulling up, spine is supported. And now as we lower back down, we're gonna bend the elbows. So the hands just come to the small of the back. Your head is gonna turn to one side, and you're just gonna let the elbows fall forward, okay? From here, on the inhale, you're gonna lift the elbows up off the mat. So we're just opening up through the chest. On the exhale, you're gonna separate the legs and start to turn out so the heels face each other, toes apart. As you do that, you're reaching the hands back towards the ankles, coming into extension. So we're lifting the chest, bottom rib stays down, chest up. On the inhale, start to squeeze those legs back together. Hands come behind the head, so we're in that long dart position. And then on that exhale, we return everything back down, head turns the other way. So on the inhale, we lift those elbows. Exhale, we start to reach through that long dart position into extension. Legs laterally rotate, chest opens. Inhale, begin to lower back down. Feeling the crown of the head and the toes reach away from each other. And then exhale, return down, head the other way. Inhale, lift those elbows. Exhale, work through that mid-back. Keep the glutes connected. Feel the obliques pulling up. Inhale, begin to lower. Exhale, coming down. Last time, inhale, lift the elbows. Exhale, start to laterally rotate and lift. Inhale, we come back through that long line. Hands come back and we round forward. Hands come to the shoulders. We're gonna push up again. Coming into another shell stretch just to give that back a nice stretch. And then we're just stacking the spine all the way up from tail to head. We're gonna come into a lying position from here. We're gonna have the knees bent, the feet flat. We're just bringing our spine back down to the mat. And I want you to find now just a nice neutral position through the back, okay? We feel that hug of the rib cage, pubic bone, top of the pelvis on the same plane. Hands are gonna come behind the head, elbows slightly forward. Okay, from here now we're just working through the lower body. On the exhale, that right leg is gonna lift up to tabletop. And then we inhale, just place it back down. Left leg, exhale, floats up. That's it. Inhale, we bring it down. Feeling that connection and stabilization through the torso. Now, if you don't feel stable here, or you feel pulling through the lower back, it is perfectly fine to come into your imprint here. So using the obliques to create more stability through the torso. Right leg for 4, and lower down. And try to keep those elbows hugging forward, not too wide where they force the rib cage to pop. We lift for 2. And this is 1. Because now we're going to add that upper body. Right leg comes up. We fold at the rib cage. And we lower and release. Exhale, we lift, curl. Think rib cage to pelvis. Inhale, release. As you curl up, again, feel that flattening and widening sensation of that abdominal wall. Not the sensation of the abdominal wall gripping and almost pushing up. Think of almost sinking downwards. That's it. Inhale, release. We have 4 more like this. This is 4. Inhale, back. This is 3. Inhale, back. 2 more. Exhale, lift 2. And down. This time for 1. We're going to hold it right here. Keeping the upper body stable, just that lower body. We switch the legs. Exhale. And then we switch. So left leg down, right leg up. If I had a glass of water on my pelvis, it would stay stable. This is 4. Try to keep those eyes just beyond the knees. We switch 3. We switch 2, but we don't lower here. We switch 1, keep the legs going. Add obliques, we rotate to the right. We switch, rotate to the left. That's it. Make sure the pelvis is staying stable. So hips aren't lifting, we're just rotating through the ribs. For 4, we switch 3. Could we switch 2? We switch 1. Lower that foot, return back center, grab behind the thighs, and we're going to peel the body all the way up to a seated position. We're going to back up so the legs are straight and squeeze together. Then we're going to have the hands behind the head again, elbows slightly forward. If the knees need to softly bend here, that's perfectly fine. I want you seated up so you can have the pelvis and the rib cage stacked on top of each other in a nice vertical neutral spine. On the exhale, we're going to rotate the rib cage to the left. Again, keeping that rib cage stacked, so not sinking back. So almost think of moving forward a little as you rotate. And then inhale, return back center. Exhale, let's move to the right. Inhale, coming center. Exhale, think of that bottom left oblique, top right oblique to connect, to create that rotation to the left. And then inhale, center. And then we have that bottom right oblique, top left oblique to create that rotation to the right. Inhale, center. 4 more. This is 4. Inhale, center. This is 3. Inhale, center. 2 more. Exhale, 2. Inhale, last 1. 1. Coming center. Knees bend. Feet are flat. Adding on. On that exhale now, we're going to curl off the sits bones into that round back position. From here, adding that rotation again, we spiral left. We inhale, move center. Exhale, spiral right. Inhale, come center. Again, left. That's it. Center. Moving right. Coming center. Now feel that hug of the rib cage to help pull the body forward. Rounding back over the thighs. And then we stack up the spine nice and tall. We're going to do that again, this time moving to the right first. We exhale, scoop, roll back. We inhale, stay. Rotating to the right. We exhale, rotate right. Inhale, center. Even though we're rounding and rotating, we're still lifting through the crown of the head. And move center. Exhale again, right. Inhale, center. This is left. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, round forward. We inhale, stack up. Last time, adding on again. Exhale, scoop, roll back. From here, inhale, stay. We move to the left first. This time we rotate. We're going to challenge the abdominals here and reach that left arm back. Inhale, bring it back behind the head. And come center. To the right. We spiral. Right arm reaches. We bring it back. And come center. Left side, rotate. There we are, reach that arm. Inhale, back. Exhale, center. Last time, rotate. Reach. Come back. And center, rounding forward over the thighs. And then stacking that spine up nice and tall. Beautiful. We're going to sit right onto your right hip now. We're going to have that left foot crossed over your right ankle. So we have your left knee straight up towards the ceiling, your right knee angled straight ahead. You're supported here by your right arm, and your arm is slightly outside the shoulder, slightly in front of your hip. We're going to have that left hand right over your knee, palm face up. Going into a side bend. From here, we're going to push away from the hand. Now we're going to press into your top foot, lifting the pelvis coming onto the bottom knee. We're just going to get a nice side stretch here. And then on the inhale, we're going to lower that pelvis all the way down. That's it. On the exhale, we push away from the hand, press into that top foot. Lift the pelvis, getting that nice side bend. We inhale, lower back down. Adding on now, on that exhale, we push, we come up, but this time we just come to a long line. Arm is straight up towards the ceiling. So I have a long parallel line from my bottom hand to my top. And then from my rib cage, I'm going to rotate. I thread underneath. And then I move back to the side for 4. I'm staying open through the hip. And move back for 3. Again, I thread for 2. And thread for 1. And lower all the way down. Swinging the legs around. Let's do this on the other side. So I have my right knee or right ankle crossed over my left. I'm going to try to get some connection through the heel and that ankle. We have that left arm outside the shoulder, slightly in front of the hip. We have that right hand on top of the knee, palm face up. On that exhale, we press away, lift to that bottom knee. For these first 2, we're getting a nice side bend. So I am lifting up, lengthening through my side. And then I lower the pelvis back down. Again, exhale, press, lift up. Good, inhale, lower the pelvis down. This time, I press. I come up just to a long line, and then I rotate from the rib cage. I rotate towards the mat, and back to the side for 4. I spiral, come back 3. Good, rotate. 2. Rotate. And 1. Lowering all the way back down. Just coming into a cross-leg position. Sitting up nice and tall from here. I'm going to lift and side bend over to the right. Just getting a nice side stretch. And then I'm going to rotate forward over my knee. Again, keeping the belly almost lifting up as I rotate forward, trying to keep that opposite sits bone and hip down. Come back to the side, and then float up, other side. We reach up and over. Hip plants down. I lift and rotate from my rib cage. I'm coming back to the side, opening through the chest, and coming up, other side. Lift up and side bend. Good, rotate, reach. Coming back to the side, and lift, last time. Good, over, and rotate. Coming back to the side, and floating all the way back up. Awesome job, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here today for another workout. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you guys have any questions or suggestions of workouts that you would like to see, please feel free to leave a comment or shoot me a message. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Have a great weekend.